Hey guys, and welcome to my quest guide for the 2023 Members Quest, The Spirit of War. So onto the requirements. To complete this, you will need to have completed the quests Vessel of the Harbinger, Rune Mythos, Necromancy, Ghost Ahoy, The Restless Ghost, and Priest in Peril, as well as having 3,000 souls in the Well of Souls. Skills required, you will need 65 Necromancy. Items required, you will need your Necromancy combat gear and food and potions for combat. Enemies to defeat are Hermod, the Spirit of War at level 732. Now this is a story mode version, it's got half the HP as the actual boss does and it is not too difficult. So to start the quest, head to the city of and run north to the docks. Go ahead and speak to Karen. Go through the chat and accept quest. Finish going through the chat with her. And next we need to go and speak to Ed, who is northeast. If you run slightly northeast, you will see a little boat symbol on the minimap. You will need to have both hands empty, so if you've got your weapons equipped, just unequip them. And then you can right click on Ed and rent a boat. Now you will need to find 4 wayward souls, and these are in each of the 4 corners of the lake. So first we're going to head up northwest. Now they can be quite far out. If you turn your map a little bit, you will be able to see when they're coming up. They're just kind of like small wisps. You can see coming up on the screen. There's your first wayward soul. We'll go ahead and collect that, and then we're gonna sail directly south. You don't need inventory spaces for these, so don't worry about that. And when you get further south, if you hit the rocks and go into the rocks, you've gone too far. As you can see, once I get into the rocks here, the colour of the screen changes. That means we've gone too far. If you head a little bit closer back towards land, and just keep moving your camera around, give you a better angle to see if you can find where it is. Once you've got the next one, we're going to head directly east. Once again, if you turn your camera around, you should be able to see it. And that is the southeastern one, so now we're going to head north. And we will find the final one in the northeastern corner. once you find the final wayward soul, you need to head back to the docks. And we're going to speak to Karen again. So you can either sail back to the docks in your boat, or you can just teleport back to the city of Teleporting to the lodestone is the fastest way. And then you can just run north from the lodestone once again back to where Karen was stood. So at this point you will need to make sure you've got what you need for combat. So bring your food, your necromancy gear, and any potions you want to bring. So go ahead and speak to Karen. Choose option 1, yes. And then if you've got everything ready for combat, choose option 1, yes again. So once you get control, head up the steps and speak to Raziel, the first necromancer. Go through the chat with him, and then it will start the boss fight. Now the main thing you need to know for this fight is the 2 mechanics he has. Make sure you use protect from melee. The first mechanic you need to know is a sword smash, which will remove your protection prayers and do up to 2250 damage. It will draw his sword back behind him, it is quite obvious, and it glows a little bit green under your feet. This will hit a 3x3 square around where you're stood, and it's easy enough just to run out the way or use one of your dive abilities. Now the second mechanic is a summon. Every 50 seconds or so he'll summon 2 armored phantoms, and then he's immune to your attacks while they are active, so you just need to kill them and then carry on attacking him afterwards. Now he is immune to melee range and magic attacks, as well as summoning familiars and dreadnips, so you have to use necromancy for the kill. But if you just keep an eye on the mechanics, and then you can just slowly work your way through the 100,000 HP he has. Once the fight is over, Raziel, the first necromancer, will appear again. Go ahead and speak to him. Once you've finished chatting with him, you will head back to the city of Go ahead and speak to Karen once again. And after you've gone through the chat, you will get quest complete. For completing this, you will get 1 quest point, 45,000 necromancy XP lamp, a Hermodic plate, access to Hermod, the Spirit of War boss encounter, access to Karen's ferry system around the ability to learn the Death Skull and Death Warden equipment upgrades from Killy, and 2 treasure hunter keys. So that's quest complete and well done.